Hey, what's up, YouTube? I just wanted to do a quick video of this repair that I just did on this Lexus UZ for 98 gs400s through 2000. I'm pretty sure it was the only year that these motors were offered. It was a very, very time-consuming job. I did um, a belt tensioner replacement, and as simple as I thought it was going to be, let me tell you that it is not essentially a real simple or quick repair and replace. It is not at all. I just wanted to do this real quick because I couldn't find anything on the internet. I couldn't find anything on the internet on this motor, really. It's a very specific motor. I didn't know as much about it now as I do now. It was a race motor that they never, really got to go out on the track with, like GT500 racing. It's actually a quad cam system. It's 300 horsepower, just stock as it is. This one is a little bit more, the car itself. But anyways, yeah, I couldn't find. I think I found one diagram, and it wasn't very helpful because one thing I want to say real quick is that the four cylinders and the V6s, such as the GS300s and any of the Toyota V6s or four cylinders, are not the same at all as far as any of this front accessory layout. I mean, it's really a race designed engine. It really is. And the main reason why I know that is because, well, many reasons, but the way it's assembled. I'll just say that much real quick. But anyways, a lot of people do have to do tensioner replacements, which is right here. You can see it's like shiny right there. Or the belt's easy, but the tensioner replacement, I'm just gonna go over some stuff you'll have to literally remove, so you can at least get to it and actually remove it. It's two bolts and two studs that actually hold that tensioner right there. You can even see one of the studs. But trust me, that's the super easy part. Stuff that you're gonna have to remove is this air intake. I loosened this, but I had to remove all this and just lift it up. It makes it easier if you remove the aerodynamic piece right here, or trim piece, whatever you want to call it. That's just to get started. Then you have to remove the alternator. Literally, you have to remove the power steering pulley. Makes it easier, which is very tough. You have to have a certain type of tool to do that. If you don't, definitely it's worth spending $10 to go get one. That way you can remove the power steering pulley. What else has to come off? Of course, the belt. Just loosen up the tensioner and just take the belt off. It's easy. What else did I have to take off? I actually took off this idler pulley right here because I thought that it would just make it easier to get to, and which it definitely did. What else did I have to take off? Underneath, yeah, you literally have to remove. Oh, one of the toughest parts it made it really tough is that there's a plastic piece. I'm gonna see if I can show it to you, but there's a plastic piece right about, I'm not gonna be able to show it, but anyways, it holds. It's right through here. You'll know what I'm talking about when you go to take it apart, because many people have to do this. The plastic cover actually acts as a holding point on this tensioner, and I'm trying to think what else. There was one other thing I had to take apart. Oh, of course, the bottom, trim splash guard. You got to take that off. The entire alternator has to be disassembled. The control to it, the ground, the hot, which is a chore in itself. And anyone who's done, replaced these in here, there's no space, and I'm not exaggerating. There's zero space. It is so you're going to bust your knuckles up. I can tell you that right now. So plan on doing it all day. It's literally about an all-day job. trying to think, is there something else I'm missing that I had to take off? I guess that's about it. But yeah, so you have to remove the alternator and the tensioner actually share the same stud. So which is really smart because it interlocks and overlaps, and just makes it all real strong and zero vibrations. That way it lasts a really long time. Your belt and everything. So I actually, I'm trying to think. I feel like there's something I'm not telling you, but it was a chore, man. It really was. I ain't gonna lie. Oh, another thing too that made it really here's the one thing I almost forgot. This piece right here, you can see it's kind of rounded. That's your timing chain cover. You have to remove that too. That actually is one of those overlapping interlocking points right there. You have to remove that. It's got three bolts and one stud actually hold it on. Everything's metric, of course, and that there's literally, just to get to this fastener, just to be able to remove it, there's 6 different types of overlapping and interlocking, not including the fitted gasket that surrounds the whole thing. It is a chore. I mean, if you have the money, I would definitely suggest taking it to a real mechanic, let alone a certified Lexus mechanic, because it's tough. You know what I'm saying? I mean, for even for the average guy who works on stuff, I'm telling you, it's so easy to overlook something. Everything's fitted. It's tough. It is. So yeah, I wanted to do this video real quick because there was nothing, and there was no photos, there was no videos. This motor isn't like anything Toyota or Lexus made. Like I said, they stopped making the v-8s. I'm drag racing would probably be the reason, I would guess. Excuse me. It is strong. I mean, this motor really is powerful. It's a great motor. It really is. Couldn't say enough about it right at the moment because I just learned so much about it. But yeah, 98 through 2000. Once again, this is not like the 4-cylinders V6s at all. As far as us, as far as like maintenance and assembly and in fact everything. There's really not anything the same. I mean, maybe a few things or whatever, but yeah, this is, once again, it's for the belt tensioner, serpentine belt tensioner. Lexus actually recommends right around 100,000. I wouldn't even have had to replace this, but I kept it garage kept for such a long time, and it just over time it's kind of like a brake.